Why is your digestive system so important? Well, the way you feel is the end result of the way you digest food, the way you absorb, utilize, and eliminate. And digestion is extremely important because your body needs to digest the food, the body needs to process the food that you eat on a daily basis. So your body has been designed, created with 3 organs, the liver, the stomach, and the pancreas, to digest the food well. And when you digest the food, the purpose of digestion is to break down the food into smaller particles so that your body can absorb the nutrients. So basically speaking, your body is made up of like 100 trillion cells. The cells are bathing into fluids. You have the blood and you have the lymph. And whatever you eat and digest well will be absorbed in the blood, and then the blood will bring the nutrients to the 100 trillion cells. The way we've been designed is to digest the food, process the food, and if the food is not well digested, the food will end up going into the gut. And because the gut is extremely hot and humid, the food is going to start fermenting and rotting inside of your digestive system, which will create a lot of poisons, and those poisons are going to back up into your blood. So we call the blood the kitchen here. So the blood has been designed to bring nutrients to the cells, and when the blood becomes toxic because of the way you eat and because you're not digesting the food very well, then the cells are bathing in this fluid, the blood, which is becoming toxic. And when the cells are bathing in toxic blood, the cells are reacting. And when the cells are reacting, that's the reason why you get symptoms. So the body never makes a mistake when you're getting sick. It's your cells reacting to the fluids in which they're bathing, and those fluids are becoming toxic because your digestion is not good. And the thing that you need to understand is that your digestive system, your elimination system, your small intestine and your bowel is 12 times the length of your spine. And when you're looking around, you look at all the animals in the world and you cut them open and you look at their inside, you see that depending on what they eat, the length of their bowel is different to the length of their spine. So when you look at like a carnivorous, for example, like an animal that eats meat most of the time, their digestive system is very short because meat rots extremely fast. Their body is very hot and humid. And because the meat rots extremely fast, a universal intelligence has designed them with a very short digestive system to make sure that the meat won't stay inside of them for too long, so that it won't rot, it won't putrefy, and it won't create all those poisons. So when you look at the inside of the body, the way we've been designed is like gorillas or chimpanzees or like monkeys. And when you cut them open, they have exactly the same length of bowel compared to the length of their spine as human beings. So gorillas, chimpanzees, monkeys are eating 46% vegetables, 50% fruits, and 4% protein. So you see that they're not eating a lot of protein, they're eating mostly fruits and vegetables because fruits and vegetables are very easy to digest, they contain a lot of enzymes, and they contain the fiber to keep your digestive system clean. So because we're not eating the right food, the food that suits our species, we're eating like way too much protein and way too much carbs. Those foods are not well digested because we're not eating the food that suits our species. And when those foods are going into the gut, because the gut is very hot and humid, those foods are starting to ferment and putrefy and rot inside of you, producing the poisons. And then those poisons and toxins are backing up into your body, polluting your body fluids, and then your body fluids are becoming toxic and your cells are reacting. So that's the reason why we should always take care of the digestive system. That's the reason why when you keep the digestive system clean, your body will be able to repair and regenerate by itself. I have a lot of people coming to me at my clinic and they always feel bad. That's the reason why they're coming to me. And when they come to me and they're telling me like all their symptoms, I'm always telling them that the reason why they're not feeling good is because their digestion is not good, their elimination is not good, their body is toxic. And when the body becomes toxic, the cells responds. And when the cells are reacting to the way my body is inside because my body fluids are becoming toxic, then they get all those symptoms. So I'm telling you, all of those symptoms, whatever symptom you have, is always related to your body being toxic. We need to understand the body is intelligent, and your body is made up of 100 trillion cells, and each of those cells are intelligent. And the cells are reacting to the fluids in which they're bathing. And the fluids in which they're bathing needs to be clean and alkaline. What keeps the fluids clean and alkaline is when the 4 channels of elimination are doing a good job. So when the 4 channels of elimination are not doing a good job, when your digestion is not good, then the food start rotting and fermenting inside of you. And then it produces poisons and toxins that are backing up into your body fluids. Your body fluids are becoming toxic, and then your cells are reacting. So this is what we call dis-ease. The body is not at ease. So when people come to me, I'm always explaining them that whatever problem that they have, it's always related to digestion first. I'm asking people what they eat. They're always telling me that what they eat is, the typical foods. It's very hard for the body to process those foods because those foods are gluey, sticky, pasty, whatever. So the typical problem is always people feeling bloated, heavy. They have lower back pain, they have headaches, migraines, they have skin problems. I'm telling you, whatever problem that you have, it's always related to your digestion. Digestion is the first pillar of your health. So I'm always very aware that the body that I have in front of me is living perfection. I'm always aware that whatever problems that they have and they're telling me, it's just their body reacting to their way of life. So for people, their problem, their disease, their illnesses, they think that their body is making a mistake. But the body never makes a mistake. The body just responds to the way they eat, the way they think, the way they feel. I'm explaining to them that the problem is their diet or their way of life. The body never makes a mistake. So I just put them on a diet that suits our species. So we need to understand that all of the animals living in the wild on this planet are eating a raw food diet. There's only one living creature eating everything cooked, processed, microwaved, and it's human beings. We're the sickest living creature on this planet. So we need to get that if I'm eating the food that suits my species, automatically my digestion will improve. And then I'm giving people good herbs that I've been using for 35 years that are going to help the body eliminate toxins that have accumulated in the body fluids and a bit everywhere inside of the body. And as I am giving those people the right food that suits their species, and I'm keeping their body clean and alkaline, I know that I'm going to unleash that power that is within them, that will make the body able to repair, heal, and regenerate by itself. So let me tell you about the harmful foods and how they're robbing you of your health. First of all, you need to understand that your body is a living body. All of your cells, all of your body organs, everything that you have inside of you is living. What's important is the life in the food. In our modern nutrition, we talk about vitamins, minerals, everything, but we never talk about life. We call it the life principle. If you're looking at 2 bodies, one is dead and the other one is alive, and you're looking at their inside, you cut them open, you look at their inside, you're going to find the same thing in the dead body than the living body. All the vitamins and minerals and the organs and the body fluids and the tissues are all there. Everything is there. The only thing missing in the dead body is the life principle. It is not the vitamins and minerals that you have inside of your body that will make you feel good, because the dead body has all the vitamins and minerals. It is the life that you have in the body that makes you feel good. So the body doesn't need calcium or potassium or magnesium. The body needs living calcium, living potassium, living magnesium. So because you're alive, you need to eat live foods. And that's the reason why animals are on a raw food diet. When you cook food, you destroy the life principle into those foods. So the vitamins and minerals are still there, but the life is gone. The harmful foods are like cooked foods. Okay, so we call them organic and inorganic. Organic means living food, and inorganic means dead food. So when people come to me and they have all kinds of problems, whatever the problem is, I understand that it's the body reacting to toxicity inside because they've been eating the wrong diet. So I put them on fruits and vegetables mostly. 80% of their diet is mostly fruits and vegetables raw, big salads, fruits, smoothies, and everything. And then I put them like on food like quinoa, like wild rice, avocados, nuts and seeds, sweet potatoes, that kind of stuff, but it's always more raw than cooked. And the reason why human beings are so sick and we're just like the sickest living creature on this planet is because we're eating food that we call mucoid-forming food. So a mucoid-forming food is a food that produces gluey, sticky, pasty stuff inside of your body. So your body is extremely hot and humid, and the food that you eat should never stay inside of your body for too long. Otherwise, if it stays in your body for too long, then the food is going to start rotting and fermenting and putrefying inside of you, producing poisons that will poison your bloodstream and then will poison your cells, and then you get sick because of that. So your body has been designed with like a digestive system that is about 30 feet long. And in this digestive system, it's extremely hot and extremely humid. On the bowel wall, you have like kind of a muscle band, and this muscle is moving, and it's called the peristaltic action of the bowel. So when you're eating food and the food goes into your bowels are moving to push that food out. This is called the transit time. So the transit time is how long the food stays inside of your body from the time you eat it in your mouth and you're eliminating in the toilet bowl. And this transit time should always be 18 hours. But in North America, it's 144 hours. So people are going every day, or they go every 2 days. Sometimes I see people having a bowel movement every week, every 2 weeks, or every day, and they think that they're regular. But the problem is that they have about 18 meals waiting inside of their bowel to be eliminated. 144 hours means that it's 6 days. And 3 meals a day means 18 meals that are backing up inside of their bowel. So that's why we have this typical big, like belly among human beings, is because food stays inside of the bowel for so long that the food starts rotting and fermenting and putrefying, which is making a lot of gas. People are feeling bloated, they have lower back pain. I'm telling you, like most of the problems that people are suffering or feeling is because of their digestion and elimination is not good. So the fruits and vegetables are going to make the body eliminate very well. And when you're eating the gluey, sticky stuff like the bread, the pasta, the bagels, the muffins, and the cookies, those foods are so gluey and sticky that they go inside of your gut and they make the bowel wall and the intestinal wall so gluey and sticky that it retains the food inside of you. And the second thing that we eat that are very gluey and sticky is the protein. Today we're talking about high protein diets. Everybody is eating a lot of protein. Well, I want you to understand that a protein, an animal protein, is dead cells bathing in dead blood. And I want you to understand that dead cells bathing in dead blood that you cook cannot feed healthy cells and living cells. So these foods, when you eat lots of protein, it ends up going into your gut. Because you have eaten a lot of gluey and sticky stuff, the protein gets stuck inside of your bowel because you're not eliminating well. Then because the meat or the animal protein stays inside of your body for too long, it starts rotting and fermenting, producing and generating poisons that are poisoning your bloodstream, and then your cells are become sick. And then you get sick because of that. So it's extremely important to make the body healthy again. We need to help the body detoxify by eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. We need to alkalize the body by eating fruits and vegetables that will make your body extremely alkaline. And as your body fluids are becoming more clean and more alkaline, your cells starts waking up. They start feeling like more energized, and then it's the life principle inside of your body that will heal and repair your body tissues. Now I'm going to tell you the how. The thing to understand always is that the body has the ability to heal, regenerate, and repair by itself. What you need to do is to unleash that power. To unleash that power, you need to remove all the obstruction. So your body has accumulated toxins because of a wrong diet, eating the wrong food, not digesting food very well. So you need to clean the body. So the first thing that you need to do is to clean the bowels. because this is where like the body is accumulating like most of like the toxins that are polluting your system nonstop. So the first herbal remedy, the first like herbal combination you need to use is the motion. So the motion is a combination of herbs that have been used like for a long time. Like I've been using it like for 35 years. I've designed it myself. And those herbs have been designed to remove the gluey, sticky stuff that you have on the bowel wall and the intestinal wall. So you remember like the bread, the pasta, like the rice, like all this gluey, sticky foods that we call mucoid forming food. In the long run, when you eat them on a daily basis, they go inside of your digestive system and they get stuck on the bowel wall. So you need to remove that mucoid layer. It's called mucoid plaque. And then you're going to put like another product that we call super green. So super green is extremely alkalizing and extremely cleansing. It is green, it's a green liquid, it goes into your body, it cleans your liver, it cleans your bowels, and it deodorizes your bowels. So when the food is fermenting and rotting, it produces like very, very bad odor. So that's the reason why people sometimes have bad breath or they have body odor. So that stuff like the super green is just going to get rid of the odor, keeping the body extremely clean. And then you're going to put like another liquid inside. This is all combined together, the motion, the super green, and then you're going to put a product called Curist. So Curist is a concentration of aloe vera, the aloe plant, the outer leaf and the inner leaf. And it's extremely concentrated, it's extremely alkalizing, it's very high in enzymes. It goes into your gut, and after years of like fermentation and like a lot of putrefaction in the gut, the acid that is generated by the putrefaction and the fermentation is irritating the bowel wall, and very often it creates like what we call like bowel inflammation. So all of the bowel inflammatory diseases like Crohn's and colitis is always because there's too much fermentation going on like in the bowel. And the Curist will take care of that. It will repair the bowel wall and the intestinal wall. So you just put everything together, you take it morning and night, and then you take another product called Action. On the bowel wall, you have a muscle band, and this muscle band is creating a movement that makes the body able to eliminate the waste in the food you eat, to make sure that it doesn't stay inside of you and it doesn't ferment and rot and produce like poisons and toxins. And the Action is a combination of herbs, and it just feeds the muscle band and it creates that movement again. So that by eating a good diet and by taking those herbs, you're going to rehabilitate your bowel movement. And as you do this, you start eliminating toxins, you detoxify your body. So this is what we call detoxification. And as your body is detoxifying and removing all of those toxins, your body fluids are becoming more clean and they're becoming more alkaline. And as your body fluids are getting cleaner and more alkaline, it energizes your cells. And as your cells are getting better, then your body will be able to heal, to regenerate, and to repair by itself. I have seen thousands and thousands of people like coming to me over like 35 years of practice with all kinds of problems. I've put these people on a good diet, a diet that suits our species, lots of fruits, lots of vegetables, mostly raw food, living food. And I've put these people on a cleansing program. And everybody has gotten better and stronger and happier. And this is what I want for you. I highly recommend like a fruit and vegetable diet, mostly raw. When you cook the fruits and the vegetables, you see that their fiber like is getting like very soft. So when you take fruits and vegetables raw and you kind of like break them, they're crunchy, their crispiness is because of the fiber. That fiber acts like a broom. It goes into your bowel and it removes all that gluey, sticky stuff. So when you make like a soup, for example, you cook your vegetables and they become soft, then they don't clean anymore. So you need to understand that food needs to be eaten raw, most of the fruits and vegetables. The best fruits for the bowel are the yellow and orange fruits, like peaches, pineapple, bananas, yellow apples, apricots. All of these fruits are very good for your bowel because they're very high in magnesium. So don't go out there and buy magnesium, because when you buy magnesium tablets, they have no life, they're completely inorganic, and they're just an element. I'm talking about getting our nutrients from the food, because the magnesium in the yellow and orange fruits are living magnesium. This is what you need. You need living magnesium, you need to eat living food. So in the morning it would be like fruits, yellow and orange, and then till lunch, and then lunch and supper would be like a big salad, like mixed vegetable salad. We call it the Vital salad. It's a salad that contains about 12 vegetables. So the more variety of vegetables you have in a salad, the better it is. So just lettuce and tomato is not going to do the job. You need to put like lots of variety, like at least 8, 9, 10, even more vegetables per salad. And then this is going to have like an amazing effect on your health. Don't go with the iceberg lettuce, because this lettuce is not good at all. It's very pale in color. You need to go with the green leafy. All the vegetables are good, mostly raw again. I'm not saying that you should always be on raw food, but I'm saying that you should be 80% raw or more, but not less. And then you eat like some cooked vegetables here and there, but mostly raw vegetables. So again, mostly fruits and vegetables. After the morning and in between the meals, you could have some like other fruits like the berries, raspberries, blueberries, all kinds of berries are good, but stay away from the citruses. You know, especially when you're living like in the cold climate, like in the winter, the citruses are very high in citric acid, and this is going to stir up like the acids too fast. It's not acidic, it just cleans too fast, and sometimes you might get like more sick when you go on citruses, because they're gonna start moving the acids and the toxins too fast. For all my friends living in temperate climates like Montreal, New York, I strongly recommend to still go with the fruits and vegetables, but don't forget that, you know, in the winter you can get like the sun-dried fruits. So sun-dried like fruits are amazing because they've been picked up, you know, ripe. They're sometimes like even better than the fresh one that we buy. Sometimes in the winter, like the pears are like very hard and everything, so you go with the sun-dried. The frozen fruits are good too because they've been harvested again, like very ripe. When I make a smoothie in the morning, I go with like the frozen fruits, or I go organic frozen fruits. And sun-dried are amazing, but when you go with the sun-dried fruits, make sure that they have no sulfites adding to them. So it's called unsulfured. Okay, so I want you to understand that if it's not written on the package, it's been sulfured. So it needs to be written unsulfured, because, for example, like a dried apricot that has been sulfured is very orange. But a dried apricot without sulfur is brown. The brown one is good, the orange one is not good. But you know, everybody is going for the orange one because of the color. And sulfur is very, very inflaming. It causes a lot of inflammation inside of the body. And when you go with the sun-dried fruits, you soak them overnight. So by soaking them overnight, they expand with the water, and the next morning, they're like fresh. And that's one of the best way like to eat fruits in the winter. For the rest, you still go with the vegetables, the fresh vegetables that we can get like at any grocery store. Organic ones are always better. Always try to go organic. It's much better than conventional.